Hey NoteTakers, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for tuning in and welcome back. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I hope you enjoy the videos because we have fun this side. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you aren't a subscriber yet, what are you waiting for? Click the subscribe button to join in on the fun. Don't be shy. Alrighty, let's get into some legal content. So on today's video, I will just be going through the complaint that Prime Hydration filed against Messi and Mass Plus, and then we'll have some closing remarks. So this video will go under the Ria Kicks It playlist. This playlist contains soccer content. I go through soccer matches that interest me, so feel free to check out the playlist. I recorded a video last week just discussing my soccer journey, so you can check that video out. Before I start, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. We're on the road to 450 subscribers. Okay, so today I will be going through a complaint brought forward by Prime Hydration towards Messi and Mass Plus. Both are sports drinks. So Prime is a sports drink, Mass Plus is a sports drink. So first, let's take a look at the nature of the action, which starts in paragraph 1. So paragraph 1 says, defendants Mass Plus Co. engages in the sale and distribution of the hydration or sports drink known as Mass Plus by Messi. Defendants have advertised the Mass Plus product by publishing and promulgating to distributors, realtors, and the public false and materially misleading statements regarding Messi's involvement in the creation and development of Mass Plus. Defendants knew the statements were false and materially misleading, but despite that, the defendants published these statements, and these statements made the distributors, retailers, and consumers significantly more likely to purchase Mass Plus, to the detriment of Prime Hydration. So basically, paragraph 1 was quite a mouthful, but basically from my understanding, paragraph 1 is just discussing how the defendants being Messi, Mass Plus, they misled the public, distributors, and realtors by essentially exaggerating Messi's involvement in the creation of the drink, Mass Plus. So basically, the defendant's misrepresentation is costing the plaintiff, i.e. Prime. So I think that's kind of explaining the nature of the action. Okay, let's move on to paragraph 2, which says the website states that Messi was directly involved in the entire process of creating, developing, and designing and naming Mass Plus. The website even describes Messi as the founder. So basically, I feel like in this paragraph, the plaintiff is just describing the drink's website and how that website is misleading consumers, because consumers think Messi was heavily involved in coming up with Mass Plus, but the plaintiffs are claiming Messi wasn't that involved. Then we look at paragraph 3. We learn of Mark Anthony. It says here, Mass Plus Co. was formed by and is one of the Mark Anthony group of companies. So Mark Anthony formed Mass Plus Co. And furthermore, in paragraph 4, it is emphasized that Mark Anthony formed Mass Plus Co. and that he, not Messi, that Anthony created, designed, developed, and named the sports drink, not Messi. So paragraph 4 says Mark Anthony was solely responsible for not only forming Mass Plus, but also creating, designing, developing, and naming Mass Plus. Okay, so next, let's examine the parties that are involved in the complaint. Okay, so these are the parties involved. As we all know, in the legal world, there is always a plaintiff and a defendant. So the parties involved are Prime, Messi, and Mass Plus Co. So as we see in the picture, Prime is the creation of KSI and Logan Paul. From the complaint that I read, they are big YouTubers, they're on Instagram, social media, so they created Prime. They are the plaintiffs. Then we have Messi and Mass Plus, they are the defendants. So paragraph 6 explains one of the parties is Prime, is a limited liability corporation that operates in Kentucky. So I would describe Prime as the plaintiff. And basically a plaintiff can be described as he who files a complaint against a defendant. And basically in a complaint, certain information is laid out, such as the cause of action, claims against the defendant, and what remedy might satisfy the plaintiff. Okay, now we're looking at the other party, the defendant. Okay, so paragraph 7 says, Messi is an individual with dual citizenship, residing in the United States. Mr. Messi alleges to be the founder of Mass Plus Co. and the Mass Plus by Messi product. Also in paragraph 7 it says, Mr. Messi alleges to have personally participated in, overseen, and been directly involved in the creation, design, development, testing, naming, and marketing of Mass Plus. So these are the claims that are being made by the plaintiff. And what I love about the legal world is both parties have a right to have their case heard. So the plaintiffs are saying this, and Messi has the right to respond to these claims. As in, Messi must answer whether he was involved in creating Mass Plus. So it's really good that a defendant has a right to respond to the claims that are made by a plaintiff. Okay, then we look at paragraph 8, which discusses the other defendant, defendant Mass Plus Co. So just explaining the other party. Okay, the next part of the complaints I will examine is the statement of facts. So if we look at paragraph 14, it is just explaining to us the history of Prime or Prime Hydration. We have a title here. It says Prime Hydration's Introduction and Success in the Hydration Market. So paragraph 14 says Prime was launched in January 2022. It launched its first products, a series of hydration drinks. Paragraph 14 also speaks to the founders of Prime. It was founded by a team including Logan Paul and KSI. It says they're social media influencers. To be quite honest, I didn't really know who Logan Paul or KSI were until I read this complaint. But yeah, they're social media influencers. Then we move on to paragraph 15, where it speaks to how Prime was able to grow the use of social media, as everyone does. If you want to promote your product, use social media. It says Logan Paul and KSI leveraged their large fan base and social media followers to catapult Prime to a success as one of the fastest growing beverage brands of all time, generating over $1.2 billion in revenue during 2023 alone. Wow. I had no idea that there's that much money to be made in sports drinks or hydration drinks or whatever. I don't really drink sports drinks. I mean, I drink water, coffee, tea. That's about it. I don't really drink sports drinks. I wonder if this stat is correct. It says one of the fastest growing beverage brands of all time. That's really interesting, of all time. Generating over $1.2 billion. So that's how much Prime makes. That is wild. Okay, let's move on to paragraph 16. Paragraph 16 really surprised me. Hey? I had no idea so many sports teams were in there with Prime. So paragraph 16, it's basically breaking down the many athletes, sports teams Prime Hydration is associated with. So Prime is associated with Arsenal, Barcelona, Bayern, the LA Dodgers, the Lakers, the Toronto Raptors, UFC and WWE, Kevin Durant, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Judge, and Austin Matthews. I hope I said that right. I had no idea Arsenal partnered with Prime. It's kind of ironic that Prime is working with Messi's former team. A bit awkward. Bayern, I don't know who the LA Dodgers are. Maybe it's baseball. The Lakers, I didn't know Prime was part of the Lake fam, but okay. I don't really watch UFC, WWE. I didn't know Kevin was in there with Prime. I love Kevin Durant. He was the one who introduced me to basketball. I don't know who Patrick Mahomes is, but it says he's a Super Bowl champion. Then there's MLB stars and NHL stars. So Prime is really busy. So I think paragraph 16 is the plaintiff showing how well they're doing, and that because of Messi exaggerating his involvement in the drink, it's causing Messi to sell more products to the detriment of Prime. Okay. The complaint, when I was reading it, it really explained how Mass Plus came about, according to the plaintiffs. In other words, the creation and development of Mass Plus. So as we see here, the creation and development, it says Mark Anthony, through Mass Plus Co., set out to develop a product that directly competes with Prime's hydration or sports drink product. Okay, then we move on to paragraph 20, which just provides us with a little bit of Mark Anthony's business background, again, according to the plaintiff. So it says, in 1972, Mark Anthony began as a wine importing business. He created and launched alcoholic products like White Claw, Hard Seltzer, Mike's, Hard Lemon. It says in the past decade, Mark Anthony's White Claw Hard Seltzer achieved notable success. So clearly, Anthony has some experience in the beverage industry. Okay. Then paragraph 27 says, Mark Anthony, according to the plaintiff again, he viewed the massive success of Prime as a roadmap toward developing its own new competing hydration beverage brand. Prime quickly became successful, in large part due to being constantly marketed online by its two initial brand ambassadors, Logan Paul and KSI. So I think in paragraph 27, the plaintiff, which is Prime Hydration, which is an extension of Logan Paul and KSI, they are saying that Mark Anthony of Mass Plus Co., he kind of wanted to copy Prime because he saw how well Prime was doing, especially this sentence here, as a roadmap or blueprint. So to me, where I read it, it's implying the defendant was copying the plaintiff. So that's what the plaintiff is alleging in paragraph 27. Then we move on to paragraph 29, which reads, Mark Anthony had to choose a celebrity or athlete to be associated with its new beverage, Mass Plus. Anthony chose Messi, the world-famous footballer, with 500 million followers on Instagram and approximately 625 million followers across all social media. Wow, that is a lot. So basically the plaintiff is showing Mark Anthony was using the plaintiff's pattern, using social media to promote their drink and picking someone who has a lot of followers on social media. Then we move on to paragraph 29, where it says Mark Anthony had to choose a celebrity or athlete to be associated with its new beverage. So I'm just wondering if the plaintiffs can actually prove it was Anthony's intention to copy Prime, or did Anthony allegedly copy Prime? And so, because Prime is the plaintiff, the onus is on them to show evidence of this claim, to show Anthony had an intention to copy Prime. So I think that's why they keep talking about how Mass Plus was employing similar tactics as Prime by using social media. Hence, asking Messi to be part of Mass Plus. So basically, in paragraph 29, the plaintiff is showing the defendants made use of social media, and Prime also made use of social media, as we saw in paragraph 15, where it said Prime used the power of social media to reach a massive audience quickly. I don't know, I feel like this is a really strong claim. Anyone and everyone uses social media to promote their products, so I don't know if paragraph 29 is that much of a strong claim, in my opinion. Okay, then we go to paragraph 30, which really bothered me, but whatever. I strongly agree with paragraph 30, but I would change a few things. So paragraph 30 says, Messi is the all-time leading goal scorer for his home team of Argentina, which has led to become World Cup champions. Further, some have argued that Messi is the greatest soccer player ever. Yes, Messi is the greatest soccer player, but I would change this sentence a bit, because it says further, some have argued that Messi is the greatest soccer player ever. I would scrap out the argued part, and it would just read, further, Mr. Messi is the greatest soccer player ever. There's no argument about it. He is the greatest soccer player ever. So I don't know. Did that team do their research? I mean, Messi and Ronaldo, they honestly changed the game. So no arguments. Messi is the greatest soccer player ever. Okay, let's move on to paragraph 31, which speaks about the MLS. I was honestly really skeptical when I heard Messi was going to join MLS. It's like, why? I don't know if he wasn't so happy at PSG, and I don't know if he didn't love being a part of the whole Mbappe Neymar sitch. But yeah, he seems to be genuinely enjoying it, and I saw in the news he extended his Inter-Miami contract, so he'll be there until 2028. So paragraph 31 is just speaking to Messi's MLS career. It says another aspect in Mark Anthony choosing Messi is that in July 2023, Messi agreed to play MLS with Inter Miami. Messi's arrival to play soccer in the US was widely seen as helping to raise the profile of MLS, both within the US and abroad. Inter Miami's co-president compared Messi to Michael Jordan, saying he has changed everything. Inter Miami's co-president said every game that he graces sparks a scramble for tickets, with plenty of A-list guests eager to watch him in action. So I think the plaintiffs are speaking to why Mark Anthony chose Messi to be the face of Mass Plus. Okay, then we look at paragraph 36. It says between late 2023 and early 2024, Mark Anthony began staffing Mass Plus Co. and he was looking to obtain a celebrity and social media spokesperson who eventually became Messi. So basically, in paragraph 36, the plaintiff, Prime, is claiming Mark Anthony was looking for an individual who had a really good social media presence. I think Messi was a good decision because he has 500 million Instagram followers. It's wild. Okay. Paragraph 39 says Messi has now declared under oath that Mark Anthony designed the packaging for Mass Plus prior to Messi's meeting, and Messi was not involved in the creation or design of the aesthetic appearance of the bottle or the label. So I think paragraph 39 is just saying Messi allegedly, he made a statement under oath just saying he wasn't involved in creating the drink. Okay, paragraph 59 and 60 basically just relay how Pablo Negre Abello, he testified about Messi's lack of involvement. So if we see here, on July 11, Pablo testified about Messi's lack of involvement. And Pablo is Messi's marketing and commercial manager since 2009. So it makes sense that he would be responsible for managing Messi's endorsements, his sponsorships, who has the right to use Messi's images. So I think the plaintiff is showing that another party is saying or allegedly saying Messi wasn't involved. So I think they're trying to strengthen that claim of Messi's lack of involvement. Okay, paragraph 65 and 66 really confuse me. 65 says Messi readily admits that neither he nor his team selected formulas, ingredients, or even which flavor to address, because Mark Anthony had already developed the flavors. Then in paragraph 66, I think they're stressing more here that Messi declared he wasn't involved in the creation or design and that he has no knowledge of that design process. So I was confused by paragraph 65 and 66 because if Messi wasn't involved in creating the drink, why does the website say something else? Because I was on the website and it says that it was created by Messi. So was Messi involved in the creation? Was he involved in the creation process or not? Or did they just use his name? And if he wasn't, involved in the creation or whatever, why is he alleging this on the website? I understand and I kind of see what the plaintiffs are trying to do, in saying that Messi is kind of misrepresenting his involvement. So because people think Messi was super involved, that he's not being truthful. But also on the other hand, I'm like, is it that strong of a claim. I don't know how strong of a claim it is. I think the plaintiffs are kind of struggling because maybe Messi's product is outselling them. And there's nothing wrong. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with a celebrity putting their name on a product. I don't really think, well, for me as a consumer, it's not really important to me if the athlete was involved or not. Maybe it's a business decision by the athlete to have a sports drink or whatever, but it wouldn't really bother me. I think for the plaintiff, it's just maybe it's hurting them financially. I don't know, because if I had money, I don't know if I would buy Prime or Mass Plus by Messi. I don't know. But clearly, maybe people are buying Mass Plus more, which is causing Prime to struggle. Because, yeah, if you look at the bottles, they're actually a bit similar. And Prime started in 2022, and Messi's drink came out a bit later. So I don't know. This is what I guess judges look at. So I'm just gonna play a video. I found the video on the YouTube page of Mass Plus by Messi, the energy drink. So basically in this video, it's just showing the creation of the drink. Let's see if it'll play.
Leo Messi pasó años buscando una bebida con ingredientes de calidad y sabor inigualable. No encontró ninguna que le gustara, así que se puso a trabajar en su propia bebida.
Bueno, sí, estamos acá por nuestro nuevo lanzamiento, un producto que es una bebida hidratante y bueno, estoy muy feliz de anunciar que es una bebida hidratante que se llama Más.
Él nunca le ha puesto su nombre a un producto como este. Leo ha estado involucrado durante todo el proceso de Más Plus.
Elecciones de botella, de lata, lo disfruté y sobre todo lo pude disfrutar con mi mujer, mis hijos que fueron parte de esto también, así que están muy felices de lo que hemos conseguido, que fue algo muy novedoso para todos.
Okay, so that was just a video, again, from the Mass Plus YouTube page, kind of just showing us the involvement of Messi. So he went to the warehouses. So Prime is questioning exactly how involved Messi was. So what do you guys think? Are you guys Team Prime or Team Messi? Because this case or complaint is very interesting. And I had fun reading it. I mean, I didn't know who Logan Paul was or KSI. Thanks to this case, I know who they are. But yeah, this case is very interesting, and I had fun reading it. But there were some times where I felt the complaints by the plaintiff weren't so strong. But yeah, it was very interesting. I will be doing a part 2, so watch out for that. Is Prime reaching, or do Logan Paul and KSI have a legitimate case? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear the comments. I'd love to hear what especially like attorneys think, and like Messi fans. Are you Team Prime, or is Mass Plus just another sports drink and it's not a copy of Prime? Maybe Team Prime is reaching? I don't know, let me know. Are you Team Prime or Team Mass Plus? Are you Team Logan Paul and KSI or Team Mass Plus, Mark Anthony and Messi? Let me know. Again, we'll be doing a part 2, so watch out for that video. This is really fun content. I mean the case. You know, as a law student and as a huge soccer fan, I quite enjoyed reading about this case. Okay, so I will be taking a bit of a break, but I will be back on 28 November 2025, and I will be continuing with covering soccer content. Don't forget, November to May are the months of soccer on Noted. So all my shorts, all my videos will just be a lot of soccer content. So don't be surprised. I will still continue to post shorts, even though I won't be recording. So feel free to watch my soccer shorts. I was watching the Champions on VR Football. I love that series, it's so fun. I've been posting some shorts on the series, so check those out. So yeah, feel free to watch my videos and shorts in my absence, but I will be back. Also, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. If you're a regular viewer, you know I hate littering. My mantra has always been, stop littering. Please stop littering, NoteTakers. We only have one planet, so let's all do better, stop littering, and look after our planet. Don't litter, do better. Alrighty, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. I am the CEO/employee/boss, and this channel is my daily bread. So help a lady out by subscribing. I'm on the road to 450 subscribers. I hope you guys will stay tuned and that you watch my new videos. In closing, I shall say first, thank you for listening. Second, don't litter, do better. And lastly, see you on 28 November. Thank you so much, NoteTakers. Until next time.